Welcome, dear friends, to my world of superpowered living and the three simple steps to kickstart your superpowered living too. Okay, let's get stuck in right away. First step is having an awareness, an acknowledgement that we do have a field of super potential, a super you power, call it by whatever name feels good to you, that we can tap into at any time and use in our everyday life. So acknowledge and accept that this is a part of you and I and every one of us. We have this higher power, this superpower, just waiting to be used. It's dormant in so many people around the world, sadly. But the more of us who can acknowledge, accept, and then use it and put it into action, the quicker the whole of humanity will catch on, believe you me. Now, the second step is vibration. It all depends on the vibrational frequency that you are in, how much your superpower can be fully active. Okay, everything in this creation is vibration. Science tells us that, as you probably know. And the secret to life is that we emit vibrational frequency all the time through our thoughts, our beliefs, and our emotions. And the higher that frequency, then the better experience, events, relationships, happenings, answers to your dreams, your prayers will happen. It's we block it so often without even realizing it. We sink into a lower frequency where superpower just doesn't vibrate. Vibration is magnetic, and you have to have similar vibrations to attract them into your life and into manifestation. And of course, the superpower frequency is of a very high vibration. Okay, so how do you raise your vibrations? Well, here's some little very simple tips. The first of all, the highest vibration that we know is love. So think back to a time when you felt so happy, so joyful, your heart was overflowing with love, an event or a happening, a joyful moment, a success, whatever it may be. Bring that back into your consciousness and then just sort of hold it in your heart and in your conscious memory. And that immediately has raised your vibration to one of the highest levels that any of us can reach. So, whenever you feel yourself slipping into a lower frequency, such as feeling pessimistic or a bit down, or even a little depressed, or a victim, powerless, all of those are the low frequency vibrations. As soon as you notice that you're tending on what I call a downward spiral, stop and turn it up the other way. Turn the spiral upward. So, bring to your mind one of the most loving, happy, joyful times in your life. Another quick way is to smile. Yes, just simply smile. Because the brain doesn't differentiate whether you're smiling for a reason that you're happy or whether you're just faking it. And regardless, it will release chemicals, things like endorphins and dopamines and so on, which flood your system. They're chemicals which flood your system and make you feel good. And immediately that, of course, lifts your vibration. So simply smile. And there's a trick. When you don't feel like smiling, simply put a pen or a finger in your mouth and look in the mirror. See how funny you look. You'll soon smile. Now, another quick way is gratitude. Feeling gratitude for the things that you already have in your life, that you love, that you enjoy, that are precious to you. Immediately, that's lifted your frequency. And the beautiful thing about gratitude, it's a universal law, and it's a law of expansion. So, whatever you are feeling grateful for, whether it's simple little things or something really major, you will expand it. You will attract more of it. So, the first thing I do in the morning when I wake up is smile and then I give thanks. And it doesn't matter how small the things are that you're giving thanks for. Good night's sleep, warm, comfy bed, another day that you've woken up to enjoy, or anticipation for what may happen in the day that you're going to attract. Doesn't matter. Anything at all. Gratitude is a wonderful frequency raiser. Okay, so what's the third step? Well, I call it invoking, or using, shall we say, your superpowers. In other words, you've accepted it, you're in the right mindset, you're the right frequency, and now you use it. Okay, how can you use it? Well, think of something, an aim or a goal, or what I call a perfect outcome. If you've read my book, you'll know that here I talk about the perfect outcome and how to attract it and make it so, like Star Trek, which I used to love. Make it so. Okay, so have something that you want to bring into your life, to attract, to manifest, big or small, and invoke the superpower, the super you potential now to come into action. So, providing you've followed the previous two steps, you will find that it's supercharged and it will happen a lot quicker and more perfectly. Remember, in my book, I talk about perfect being the magic word than you could ever dream of. So, those are the three quick steps. And a reminder here to when you are doing the invoking and the using, get out of your own way. Don't worry about or think about how can this happen, through whom, what's got to happen to make it happen. All of that is a worry, and worry takes you downward on your vibrational frequency spiral. So you step back and you hand it to your superpower to take over and use that high frequency to bring it to fruition. And then you're just the observer. The observer on the quantum field of seeing it already accomplished as a whole thing. It is already done, is the key word. And then you just observe how it comes into form. There's a whole lot of research about this being done nowadays in neuroscience and by other great thinkers and leaders, authors like Greg Braden, for example, who has researched this a lot. So this is not just warm, fluffy feelings and hoping for the best. This is actually based on real scientific fact. So don't believe me, go and try it. So here's a quick little checklist again, just to refresh your memory of how to kickstart your superpowered living. Okay, I've got my little cue card here, as you might have seen. Awareness that it's happened, you accept and allow it, acknowledge that it's not only possible, it's now being activated in your life. You activate it through a particular use, like having a perfect outcome or handling a situation in the best possible way, or finding a solution that's for the highest good of all concerned, or asking for a particular direction for your life to take. Any way you choose. Then you step back, you don't worry, you allow, and finally you observe, and then you celebrate, you enjoy, you give thanks, you share the love. And through your example, believe it or not, many people will be inspired. And if they ask you what's different or how did you do it, that's your chance to do what I call sow seeds. They may not be ready for the whole thing, but look, this is so simple. Why not share it with them? The more of us that are living a super powered life, the better for the planet, the better for humanity. And don't forget, let's seed the idea in our kiddies. That's why I've written the second book, the I Am Super Me, so that we can get this concept right from very young age, because then it will encourage more and more people from the age of 3 upwards is the goal for my I Am Super Me book, up to 103 to live a happier life, a better life, what I call enjoy unshakable happiness and know that whatever you dream, you can make a reality. So go for it. Join the ranks of the superpowered living people. And please, if you feel like sharing your successes, do please email me. I'd love to hear from you. So blessings to you, and let's on with the superpower.